What's up guys, Mickle here, and in this video, I want to talk about a massive change going on behind the scenes for cryptocurrencies because right now this is not being reflected in the price of these crypto assets, but I think we're extremely close to that taking place. In this video, I want to show you the fundamental change that is happening on the back end right now that is really going unnoticed by most of the market and really break down for you why I think that's going to translate into positive price action towards the end of this year. Guys, this is extremely important to understand. I want to show you examples of this actually taking place in the past, and I think it's going to make you very bullish on what could be right around the corner. We also have some exciting news around a Bitcoin spot ETF. I have been talking about how I think this could be the thing that brings liquidity back into the market. I want to show you an interview of Gary Gensler that just happened. You are not going to want to miss that. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoy these videos, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. And last of all, if you want to invest in Ripple, the company, I actually have a link for Link2 that will get you $500 off your first investment. You don't even need to be accredited, so make sure to check that out. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, like I said in the intro, I want to start out this video and really show you this change in narrative taking place right now. And this is so important to understand because this is really what's going to drive this market going forward. Guys, the future of the cryptocurrency market is not people like me and you trading these different cryptocurrencies and going on these crazy DeFi farming applications and farming all these meme tokens and stuff like that. That is not how this technology is going to progress into the future. The real way this technology is going to be used in the future is some of the largest institutions in the entire world using cryptocurrencies to move money around the world on the back end. This infrastructure being built is the new financial system. It's really not meant for people like me and you to be playing around on a daily basis. Yes, there's going to be opportunities for us to do stuff like that, but in my opinion, that's the small thing going on. The big thing for me really is the replumbing of our financial system. And what I want to show you in this video is that is happening in real time right now. This is super exciting because this is going to make it so every person on earth is using cryptocurrencies without even knowing it. And I really do believe that's the future we're heading into. Now, the reason I focus on this so much, and I just want to use Tesla stock as an example, is because a lot of people are watching these fundamental shifts happening right now and are wondering, hey, why isn't anything happening to the price of something like XRP? Why are we seeing all these institutions talking about adopting cryptocurrencies and we're not seeing any change in the price of the crypto assets? And I want to bring up Tesla stock as an example because it's actually a stock I was investing in from 2018 to 2020, and I see a lot of similarities in Tesla stock to XRP right now. So from 2018 to 2020, there was almost no movement in Tesla stock. It was trading sideways in this range. Nothing was happening, but it was really confusing for a lot of investors because Tesla, the company, was banging on all cylinders. The Model 3 was just taking off. They got through this massive production nightmare they were going through for a super long time. They were making the Model 3 super efficiently, super cheap, and it was becoming one of the best-selling cars in the world. During this time period, the fundamentals of Tesla were going through the roof, but the market hadn't realized it yet. And that's where I see cryptocurrencies right now. Right now, XRP and the top tier cryptocurrencies really are gaining mass adoption on the back end. And I'm going to show you clips of the largest institutions in the world telling you that in a second. But we're not seeing the increase in the price of these crypto assets yet. And in my opinion, it's just because the market hasn't truly grasped what is going on yet. As you can see in the Tesla price chart, yes, Tesla did not initially react to the fact that the company was about to explode on its fundamentals. But eventually the market caught up and realized it, and it had a ton of price to actually appreciate to make up for what just changed on the fundamental side. I think the same thing is happening in the cryptocurrency market right now. Right now, we are having all these big institutions stepping into the ring. They are saying, we want to adopt this technology to transform the financial infrastructure of the financial system. Right now, that's not affecting the price. But as soon as people start to realize that this change really is happening and this technology really is going to make a material difference on the global financial scale, guys, these crypto assets are going to increase in price massively, just like Tesla did when people finally realized that Tesla wasn't selling vaporware, they were selling a game-changing technology. So guys, now I want to share with you a couple clips just to show you that the view of these large institutions on cryptocurrencies really has changed dramatically. And it's not just me making it up. Watch these clips all the way through, because by the end of it, you're going to understand that the biggest players in finance right now know this change is coming. They just don't want to tell you because they want to keep you out.
So while they're shaking you all out of crypto, behind the scenes, we got events like this coming up. Optic 2023, reimagining Europe's capital markets. You head over here and you can go straight to their agenda and you can look and see what it is these massive institutions are going to be talking about. And when I say the biggest institutions, you go there, you click at their sponsors, right? You see the event date, October 18th to 17th, right? You got about the event, you scroll down here, look what we got here. Clearstream, Swift, Euroclear, AWS, BNB Paribas, right? Broadridge.
You and Broadridge, are you seeing the move to DLT-based platforms, okay?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, it's funny because with sort of the implosion of the crypto market last year, I think the general public is sort of thinking like, oh, well, this stuff is going away. And, you know, when you talk to people in the know in financial services, it's like, no, it's not going away. It's very real.
So we got DTCC, okay, Digital Euro Association, Digital Pound Foundation, okay, the biggest names in the game. Well, if we come over here and we look at what they're talking about, look at this. Institutional adoption of crypto assets. Have recent market events slowed down institutional interest in crypto? Guarantee you they're going to say no.
Absolutely. So the key point is also you're making the FTX disaster and the other disasters we've seen have not led you and your colleagues to close down crypto projects and so on. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Rethinking it and just focusing on the real necessary points, but not stopping it, not at all.
Guarantee they're going to say that all it's done is create a tighter regulatory environment. Will stricter and clearer regulations facilitate greater adoption? Most likely they're going to say yes.
And issuers, and you know, I don't think this is decades off. I think this is years off, and I think we're going to start to see it accelerate, particularly with a tighter regulatory framework.
And then they're going to talk about what types of crypto assets have the most potential for wider adoption, right? Look at all these speakers right here. Look at this. Managing Director, Global Co-Head, Digital Assets, TPICAP. What we got here? Digital Public Policy Director, Santander. We got Fidelity Digital Assets. We got ING Bank. We got JP Morgan.
We at JP Morgan obviously are a meaningful player in this space, we think that the whole crypto DLT technology is very exciting, and that is something that one should take very seriously. So,
BNY Mellon, Citi, Deutsche Bank, right? Largest banking institutions, largest payment providers. And what are they going to be talking about? Crypto.
So guys, I thought that was an excellent clip that you needed to see. This is stuff that will never be said in the mainstream media. Guys, these big institutions want to build behind the scenes. They don't want to affect the price of these crypto assets because they want to keep the price as low as possible as they build their positions. They want to slowly build up the infrastructure for this asset class. They want to take it over while prices are low. And then once they are ready, they will flip the switch and let retail rush in. As you could hear in that clip right there, they are fully acquiring the infrastructure right now. They are fully building up their capability in this asset class. They know it's here to stay. They know how important it's going to be. They just don't want you to understand that. But those of us who are doing the research, right? Those of us who actually see what's going on behind the scenes, we are the people, right, who could take advantage of an opportunity like Tesla between 2018 and 2020 when we were smart enough to understand that eventually the market is going to figure out this massive change that is coming. Excellent video by Cypress right here. Make sure to check him out on X. He does fantastic videos like this all the time. But I just want to finish this video off with one last thing. And I'm not actually going to play you this video because honestly, listening to Gary Gensler was really starting to hurt me a little bit. And I don't want to hurt you guys either. This guy's just terrible to listen to. But earlier today, he was actually getting pressed on his loss to Grayscale in that case, and whether or not we would now see a Bitcoin spot ETF around the corner. And he actually just said, yes, it's right, we lost. We did not appeal last week. We were reviewing all applications for an ETF. When approved, it will trade on the stock exchange. So it looks like right right now he is backing down to this idea that there won't be a spot Bitcoin ETF. It's looking like the pressure is actually starting to get to him. It looks like now he is talking about the fact that we're probably pretty close to one of these spot Bitcoin ETFs. Now, this is very exciting, and I've been talking about this nonstop on the channel, but I really do think this is going to be a moment where a lot of institutions start to come back into this market. These institutions, as you saw before, understand this market is here to stay. And they are not going to want to be the last ones into this market. They are going to want to be the first ones. What they are looking for is an indicator that this market is about to turn around so they can build up their positions in a big way before retail comes FOMOing back in. I really do think that the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF could be that moment. It could be that moment that brings liquidity back into this market and really just changes the narrative around cryptocurrencies. For a while, it looked like we were really far away from this moment, and it looked like Gary Gensler was never going to approve anything. But it's really starting to look like that narrative is changing fast. It looks like Gary Gensler actually has a ton of pressure on him to now start approving these things. And guys, I really do think once we get that spot Bitcoin ETF, we are going to see capital rushing back into all these markets. Institutions are going to understand that the SEC is not able to stop this innovation. They are going to be forced to start actually embracing it and giving it the regulation it needs to prosper. Guys, while it's taken forever, while we've had to fight these battles forever against the SEC, I think we're really starting to turn a corner. The SEC is losing bad in court. They are getting a ton of pushback now from big institutions that fund their politicians. Their stance can only last so long. Cryptocurrencies are going to be around for a very, very long time, a lot longer than people like Gary Gensler, and it really does look like to me that the pressure is starting to get to him. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It's really going to help out so much. And for now, Mickle out.